Majo John Madden in the magical pueblo of Orizaba, Mexico, up in the mountains, about 2 hours east of Veracruz, the port, one of Mexico's oldest and most important commercial ports, and so beloved by every Mexican, it seems, who knows Veracruz. International tourists don't come there much. But I'm going to make it one of my bases in Mexico. I've been down here a year. I love Mexico. Part of my story that I'm trying to get out is that if you have the freedom to choose your itinerary and avoid cartel areas, it's a very sweet place to live. Way safer than South Texas, where I was for a year. Way safer, because guns are so controlled here. So I was feeling a rush to do this because usually there's a Zumba class out here at 8 o'clock, but I see no signs of it starting today. Maybe the teacher is on vacation. It met yesterday. I just was listening to the 1A National Public Radio report about American guns fueling Mexican immigration to the U.S. And it's something that's not included in the national dialogue much. I first learned about this issue by listening to Texas Public Radio has a 6 or 7 installment podcast on the avocado trade in Michoacan. And in that case, it's not the American thirst for drugs or fentanyl that's brought the cartel there. It's the American willingness to pay anything for avocados. And that's a great 6 or 7 podcast that talks about how it's American guns that have turned that state upside down in American money. So I think I really recommend that podcast to everybody. It was dropped yesterday on the 18th. I'll put a link to that. But the part of the story that's even left out of that I want to represent is America. The Americans, in the places I've been in Mexico, it is not true that the cops are corrupt. I drive a big black camper van that gets police attention, and I've had probably 15 encounters with police in my year down here. Only 2 have been bad at all. The cops I've encountered, Tamaulipas state cops, Veracruz state cops, municipal cops, so professional and so polite and so friendly once they've established that you're not a problem and that you're not in trouble, because an awful lot of safety checks. Are you okay? Do you have enough food? That never got asked of me in my 3 years of travel in the U.S. by cops. So, and Mexicans are so sweet. They're so easy to make friends with. The Mexican guys are like wonderful. The women are wonderful. The way they raise their kids is to die for. I have so much to say on my YouTube channel about how wonderful Mexico is, and I want to make sure that that doesn't get lost in the dialogue, because I thought a slightly unfortunate part of that podcast is not enough got said about I'm ignorant of the cartel states. I've avoided them. So I've not been around cartel violence, even in Tamaulipas state, which I was in Brownsville, Texas for 9 months trying to get across the border because I had problems with my car. I walked across into Matamoros several times and saw what a vibrant city it is most of the time. And the U.S. State Department won't let their people travel on any of the back roads or any of the roads in Tamaulipas state. I did that for months and never had any trouble. A lot of it is, no, I'm not going to say it's overblown, but some of it is excessive. When I got to Victoria a year ago, I think it was still on the American watch list as a dangerous place, and they said 10 years ago. Cartel was here 10 years ago. There's been no problem since. So to soften the dialogue or widen the dialogue, expand the reality by saying, if you go to the right places in Mexico, it's still a great place to live. It sure is. Sure is. I'm a lucky guy here. Okay, bye-bye.